In this next lesson, we will be talking about the different keyword match types available for you in Google Ads campaigns. You'll learn the differences between broad, broad match modified, phrase, and exact match keywords. There are three core keyword match types when it comes to Google Ads. This includes broad, phrase, and exact match keywords. We'll also cover broad match modified keywords, which sits between broad and phrase match keyword. Other than that, we'll also look at what close variants are and what does it mean for our campaign. So first off, let's look at broad match keywords. And broad match keywords is exactly how keywords are added by default. So for example, a keyword of low carb diet plan, which is set at broad match, will basically cover carb-free foods, low carb diets, low calorie recipes, Mediterranean diet books, and low carbohydrate dietary programs. So basically, by adding the keyword low carb diet plan, we're trying to achieve the maximum coverage for our ads on this particular keyword. It's important to understand that broad match is the default. And not only will it give you a general coverage across different keywords, it will also give you the ability to research particular keywords that maybe you weren't even aware of when you were running your ads. So next we have phrase match, which is one of the core keyword match types that we are looking at. And this is where the keywords are added within quotation marks. So tennis shoes in quote marks will look for that phrase as it appears between the quotes. So this keyword could match for shoes for tennis, buy tennis shoes on sale, red tennis shoes, and comfortable tennis shoes, of course. But it's not going to match tennis rackets and shoes and tennis players that wear red shoes because they are not in the same word order. So phrase match, as you can see, means that we are much more targeted in comparison to broad match. We then have exact match, and this is where keywords are placed within square brackets. So for example, shoes for men in square brackets will be our exact match keyword, and this will match shoes men and men shoes, but it will not match red shoes for men because it's simply a different keyword altogether. Now it's important to understand that close variants do apply to both phrase and exact match keywords, and this means that singular and plural will be matched as well as misspellings, acronyms, abbreviations, and other close word forms. So for example, as an exact match of Valentine's gifts, it's going to match Valentine's gifts, but as well as Valentine's gift, singular. So singular to plural, plural to singular, and the misspellings of Valentine's gifts as well. You should also keep in mind that in the exact match type, it will ignore function words such as to, for, and the reordered words with the same meanings. Now, if you don't want to necessarily match all of these different variations, you will need to use negative keywords, which we will talk about next and in the next video as well. So for negative keywords, they are basically a type of keyword that prevents your ad from being triggered by a certain word or phrase. So for example, if you were to include running shoes in your negative broad match keyword, your ads aren't going to show to anyone who is searching for running shoes. And negative keywords can be applied to the three match types available on Google Ads. We also have broad match modifier on Google Ads. Now, as I mentioned at the start of the lesson, this really sits between broad match and phrase match. In broad match modifier, we put a word with a plus sign before that. So for example, plus men's shoes means that we are going to be matching men's and shoes with a plus sign in front of it. So this means that plus men's plus shoes could match shoe sale for men, footwear in style for men, shoes for guys, and men's socks and shoes. So you can see this is a little bit more precise. This can be a good option to start with if you don't want to be too broad, but you want to have a little bit more coverage than a phrase or exact match keyword type. So for the next lesson, we will cover what negative keywords are in more detail.